It is 2:30 in the morning Central Time. It is March 30th, Tuesday, March 30th, and I am in Tipton, Indiana. Just got here and about to crash, get some sleep, and in the morning we're gonna go meet up with Just for Debs. If you've seen her YouTube channel, I'll leave a link in the description. But I met up with her in Florida a couple weeks ago where windshield wipers didn't want to work for her. They were actually crossing up, and tried to help her get that straightened out where she'd get back to Indiana, and she got that fixed. But while I was there, I noticed a code on her truck. Her check engine light was on. It was the def heater is what the code was showing. And I went to looking at prices trying to find the cheapest one, but I want to get a quality one but a cheaper one, and the more I looked, I think $725 at the dealer with her discount from Horizon was about the best we could do on it. So I want to check those codes one more time and make 100% sure before she spends the money on that part, because I don't want to be the one to tell her she needs something she don't need. But we're going to do that. We're going to pick up a 23-foot hideout, taking it down to Wildwood, Florida. I've not been to this one, so hopefully I get some pretty decent fuel mileage with it being a 23-footer. And I am just unwinding a little bit. So there's my bed stuff. I had a guy ask me earlier tonight, how in the world do you sleep in the back of that pickup? So my feet go right over here against the passenger window, and I stretch all the way out across it. It's tight, but I don't mind it. I mean, 3 years now going on. When I first started, that same brown sleeping bag was in two 18-wheelers. I've had it forever. I cannot believe it's still holding up. But I had it stretched out just straight up across the back seats. Now that will hurt you. That's not good at all. But now I like the sleep of an air mattress better myself, but the memory foam for me is just too soft. But the memory foam has not went flat yet. So I was using an air mattress, putting a new air mattress in here about once every 8 months, 6 to 8 months, it would come apart. And Pittman actually contacted me and asked about if I want him to sponsor me another air mattress, and I did, but I didn't want to change up. I'm not big on change. Like I say, that's working good so far. So I'm just sitting here, just kind of watching listening to some music and just kind of relaxing. Old truck has got 573,000 miles on it, and the engine had 104,000 when I put it in. I can't do math right now. And the truck had 501, so about, I can't do math right now. And then checking out the mirror, somebody asked me in a YouTube video, did that come stock in the truck? And I had done a video where I did the install back a few months ago, 6 weeks or so ago, and David Cross actually sent me that mirror, and I love it. If I would have known, that company actually sent out a request wanting me to do a product review on it. They were going to send me one for free, and I saw it in where they sent it to me. I looked at it and I thought, man, I wouldn't like that. That's got to be super cheap, But no, I love it. It's worth the money. Anyway, I think I am winding down a little bit now, and I think I'm about to crash. That's another thing I didn't want to show that I don't know that I've ever showed it in here before. But if you turn the lights out, I do have a little bit of a light gap around the top where the shades go up, but it doesn't bother me a bit. I need a little bit of light in here to help me get up in the mornings. There's a little small crack on each window on the front, there and there, but that doesn't bother me a bit either. And then the back is nice and dark. If I didn't have the sunroof open, there wouldn't be anything there. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, get some sleep, and wake up in the morning, get in touch with Deb, see where she's at, and hopefully be on our way to Florida tomorrow night. Well, this is my just woke up face trying to get my gears turning, and the gentleman that I towed home in the video that I edited and posted last night, he just called, and he went to change his number 4 glow plug, and the plug snapped off in the hole. I've been trying to figure that out, but I'm gonna go and wash my face off and kind of get woke up. Then we'll be headed on up to Indiana and, like I say, go meet Deb and then go get our little trailer. So we are here in Middlebury, hooked up to our Winnebago Mini, and walked around, checked everything out, took my pictures, and back y'all out a little bit. Checked my caps, made sure they was put on, checked my lug nuts, made sure I didn't have no flat tires, looked at my windows. Everything looks good so far. On the tag, I always put the tag where it's supposed to go, over there. This time I did not, because this one has screw holes in it, and I'm just being lazy. I didn't feel like taking the screws out and putting them in. So I just put it over there. The reason I didn't put it around this is I didn't want that tag scratching this all the way down there, and it looks like somebody already has. So hopefully it'll be okay. Also, I don't know if this thing's supposed to have a spare tire on it or not, but got a holder but no tire. So not sure what's up with that. I don't know if it's supposed to have it or not. I should call claims and tell them, hey, the spare tire's missing and got some scratches on the bumper, but I am going to chance it. Hopefully it will be okay. So, like I say, all the doors are locked. And I didn't notice that scratch on the back, but I did look at the rest of it and I didn't see anything, so. On the actual bumper itself. But anyways, got my mirrors pulled out. With this being an 8,000 pound GVWR trailer, I did not put the weight distribution on. If a wind starts picking up or anything starts, if it doesn't ride good or something like that, I'll change it up. As of right now, we're ready to go to Florida. Gallons. That's a little bit more than what I thought it was going to take. I was getting around 11 and a half coming down here. Might take just a little bit more than that. I want to squeeze every drop I can get in here, so I got enough to make it all the way down to Reddick, Florida. 66 gallons. Diesel exhaust fluid right after a shower, so it goes a little bit smoother with 2 hands. If I'd known that, I probably wouldn't even try to pump it. Got my fuel, got my food, got my shower. Everything seems to be pretty well ready to go, and getting ready to pull out of Glendale here. I went by and looked at Deb's truck yesterday and put it on the scanner, and the knock sensor code was gone, which that's a good thing, but the def heater code was still there. It is P20B9. I looked everything up I could find on it, and it showed to be the inline def heater. This truck don't have that I'm aware of. So it turns out, I guess I just have two. One in the suction line, I think is what I read, and one in the tank, in the transport towing haul right there. So that being said, I'm having a hard time figuring out is an A and a B, and this is showing reductant heater A, open circuit. So I'm trying to decipher which one is A and which one is B, and I called the dealership and asked them, and they're pretty persistent and insistent that it only has one in the tank. So that's got me thrown for a loop. I'm still kind of digging on that, which is aggravating for her, I'm sure, because she's waiting on me to tell her what part to order, because they did say it would take a week to get it. Hopefully I can get something figured out and get her fixed up. And I'm thinking it'll be warm enough. I think she'll be okay unless she gets into a cold enough climate that the computer commands that heater on. Like it thinks it's freezing conditions and it wants to command that heater on. And that's when it'll put the truck in limp mode. So that's my theory on it anyway. But the glow plug, the gentleman I towed home in a video that I posted the other day, got him towed home. He did put the number 6 injector in that I left him, and that fixed his truck. He's headed up right now, but he had 2, 4, and 6 glow plug codes. He changed 2. I want to say he changed 2. No, he changed 6, 4. Then he was going to change position 2, cylinder 2, however you call that. And it broke off. The head broke off, so he's just got the little cylinder sticking out there. And he was asking me, did I know of any way to get it out? Well, he tried a couple of different things, and it broke off flush with the head. So that's not good. And somebody said something about drilling into it and using a knees out. I wouldn't be able to bring myself to do that, because if you try to drill into it and your drill hits that element and pushes it out into the cylinder, then you super screwed. Then no doubt the head's got to come off. So don't know. Not sure what he's gonna do on that. But anyway, I guess that's about it. I guess we're gonna ease on down 65, try to get through Nashville. About the same as always. It says I'm somewhere around here. I had a clock set earlier. I'm 11 hours dead on from here to where I'm going, or where I need to stop. It's 11 hours 19 minutes to my destination, and I'm pretty sure either Reddick, Florida, or the Chrome Shop down there. I'll probably stop at one or the other, unless I just happen to beat the time and do better. But going through Nashville, Chattanooga, and Atlanta, I don't see that happening, but we'll see what happens. But hopefully I'll be sitting right there where I can deliver in the morning. And I'm glad I brought that up. I need to call them. I've got to get in a better habit of calling these places as soon as I pick the camper up, because I was talking to a gentleman yesterday. He got his delivery and they didn't receive on Monday. So anyway, still trying to wake up. Anyway, I'm gonna give them a call and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, I was going on my walk. I was almost a mile in, and I seen the two guys trying to load a truck on a trailer. Not as sketchy it's gonna be, but we'll leave it recording for you. Back in my parking spot here and go put my stuff up. These things right here, they're freaking awesome for doing stuff like that. They get in around any of these little tow hooks that we got on, and you don't have to worry about scratching your paint on your tow hooks and all that stuff. They're trying to force a chain like on my truck through between the bumper and all. But anyway, I'm glad I was here to help them guys out. They would have had a long day pulling that thing up on their ratchet straps. Yep, I woke up just south of Sycamore, Georgia this morning. I'd really hoped to be closer on down to Wildwood, but it just wasn't in the cards. Kind of getting a late start. If I wasn't for that, I would probably have tried to get out here and walk a mile this morning, but like I say, just not feeling it. This little trailer, it pulls kind of weird. I don't know what's weird about it. It just pulls weird. You'd think for such a small trailer it'd pull really, really good. That's not bad, it's just not one of my favorites. But everything's looking good, so we'll get on down the road. Pulled in a rest area, just stretched my legs, and this gentleman pulled up. His wheel bearing had failed on him on a little utility trailer. He had just got back with his parts, and the bearing was seized to the spindle, so I helped him get that off, and then stayed there with him while he got it put back together. Anyway, he had just pulled up, and got back from getting his parts. He went and got him a new hub and all that stuff. And, I asked him, could I give him a hand? He said, I got it. And I said, well, I don't mind. I'm going to hang out for a minute anyway. And I got looking, and he was having to cut the bearings had come apart. He had to cut the bearings off, so he bought him a grinder. I said, man, I wished I'd showed up a little bit earlier. Hell, I had all that stuff in the truck. But we got the bearings that were seized up on the spindle off. He took a file and worked the spindle back down, and I noticed he was sweating really bad. He was really getting out of breath. I asked him, I said, you okay? You know, he said, well, man, I only got one lung. It's not good for me to be bent over like that. So I'm glad I stopped and checked on him. And I'm from around Huntsville, Alabama, Fayetteville, Tennessee area. And he's from Belvedere, Tennessee. So that's just neighbors, just right down the road. It's amazing who you're going to see out if you stop and ask, you know. I've been in California and people walk up and get to talking. I hear them talking about something right down the road, and whenever I ask them, come to find out, neighbors, just right down the road. So, anyway, we're about 2 hours from Wildwood. It is 12 o'clock. They quit receiving at 5, so I'm good. I told them yesterday I would be there when they open, and I just hate that I'm not already sitting there. So, but it's okay. If I would have got there on time, I wouldn't have been there to help that gentleman out, so it's going to work out just fine. Well, here we are in Wildwood, Florida, and if you come in, you come down the driveway, and you turn and come around to the right, and come back to this area. And then once you get here, you come on around back here, come all the way around, and then there's staging lanes right here for check-ins. They are pulling slide outs back in, so I imagine they're about done with me. I'm all unhooked and got my hitch put away. I'm just waiting on to get finished with my battery, and then we'll be on our way to the house. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like early access to all of my videos pretty much, before they ever make it to YouTube or any other platform, and exclusive videos that won't ever make it to any other platform, consider going over and checking out my membership site. I've left the link in the description and in the comments of this video. Go over, check it out. It's a 14-day free trial. If you don't like it, cancel it anytime. Thank you for considering. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.